What's up, guys? How's it going? MikeTheTech here, and welcome to Fun with Physics. So we're using GameSalad today, and we're gonna have some fun with their Box 2D physics engine. So if you know of the engine, it's the engine that Angry Birds uses, so it should be familiar in at least in the way it performs. So let's get started on it. So let's create an actor. And let's make an actor for our floor. So here's our floor actor. We'll drag it over here, and we'll place it on the ground, on the bottom of the window. All right. And we'll just have it right here. That looks good. All right, so now when we hit play, we have a floor on the bottom. Perfect. So now we need some sort of actor to apply physics to. So we'll make a new actor, and we will say square, because that's the easiest kind of actor to make. Let's go ahead and place a square. Actually, let's make it a lot smaller, because that's pretty big. Let's go to actor, size. Let's make it 75 by 75. That's still pretty huge. Let's make it oh, it didn't even change it. Hold on. There we go. Click over here. Size. That's 75 by 75. That's okay. Now, I don't know what happened there, but that's working now. So here's our square. And we need to apply physics to it. So let's go to our scene. Let's see. We can go to gravity. And let's set our Y gravity to 800. Let's hit play. Oh, and everything is falling out of the scene. So let's go ahead and fix that. Let's change our floor. Go to the actor's attributes and go to physics, and then make it not movable. Easy enough. Let's hit play, and our box fell right through. So what we need to do is make sure that our floor collides with our objects. So all we have to do is go to behaviors. We can scroll down until we find collide, and we're going to drag this in. No rule or anything like that. And we'll just say square for now. Let's try it out. And now our square is colliding with the floor, and it's bouncing kind of humorously. So let's fix that too. Let's go back to our actors, go to the floor, and then change bounciness in physics to 0. Now, oh, we're done. Nope, just kidding, because it's still bouncing. And why is it bouncing? Because in the square actor, you also have to change physics bounciness to 0. And now, it will simply land on the floor. But that's not very realistic either. So let's go ahead and change this to 0.01. And the same with the floor, physics. That's all right, whatever. So now it's not quite bouncy. Let's actually put this to 0.1. Let's play test. Let's iterate. Let's go through and see what looks best, because that wasn't very satisfying. Let's try this again. There we go. Now there's a satisfying little bounce on the bottom right when it hits the ground. Cool. Alright, so now we can add another square over here and see how they react in the environment. Nothing happened. So what we need to do is make sure that these boxes also collide with each other. So in our square, we can just type in collide, or drag another collide event in, and say it also collides with the square. And when we hit play, that looks pretty cool. And we'll see that we kind of slid around a little bit. Perfect. And it slows to a stop. Why does it slow to a stop? Because over here in physics, we have actually a few things that can slow it down. We have drag, and we have angular drag. We also have friction, which will slow down objects that are touching each other, for example, the floor and our square actor. So we're already getting somewhere. Density is how heavy an object is, or how much mass is in an object when it's dropped into something else. So for example, if you have a lot of very small objects with not much mass and not much density, and you drop in one large object into that, it's going to push everything out of the way because it's so heavy. Alternatively, if you put a lot of heavy things in that same area and drop something really light on it, it wouldn't move those things out of the way at all. So that's how GameSalad handles physics. And all of these, you can just play with them and see what looks and works cool, or works right. So this isn't quite satisfying yet, so let's make it a little bit more interesting. Let's add a couple more floors in here. Let's go ahead and flatten this out. We'll make it longer and wider. And we'll turn it. We want some curves, we want some angles, some slopes. So I'll put another one over here. Alright, we'll just test to make sure that they work properly. Good. So now let's make a control actor that's going to let us play with the physics. So we'll make a new actor. We'll call this control, and we'll drag it somewhere in the room. Right up here is fine. And then we're going to make it invisible so that we can just forget about it. So let's go into the control actor, color, and alpha. Alpha, again, is transparency, so that'll make it disappear even though when we click, it's still there. Alright, so in that control box, we can make a rule. And we'll say when all of the following are happening, a mouse is clicked, right? So we can say mouse button down, then do something, right? So we'll spawn a new block. Spawn actor, square in front of actor. But where do we want it to spawn? We don't want it to spawn where this was. I mean, we could, and every time we clicked, another one would fall down, which is, I guess, alright, and I'm not even sure why it stopped clicking. Maybe it pushed out of the way, I don't know. Anyway, let's actually try that again. That's interesting. Oh yeah, it is falling. So I guess our control actor has physics. So if we actually change the color, let's go into control. This is fun. I forgot that we set it to have physics in the entire room. So we'll make this visible, and we'll make it red. And we'll place it into the room, and if we hit play, it was creating boxes, but then it fell through our room. So we need to go into that square, the control actor, and make it not movable. So if we go to physics, make it not movable, and we hit play, now I could create as many of these boxes as I'd like. Now this still isn't quite satisfying because squares aren't the only thing that GameSalad can do. So what else can it do? First, we'll make this invisible again. And we actually don't want it to spawn the blocks right there. We want it to spawn it wherever our mouse is, so we can kind of like flail the mouse around and make that the point of the physics tech demo, is being able to control where the boxes show up. So we can actually choose from position. So if we hit this E for the expression editor, we'll go to functions, actually we'll go to attributes, game, and we can check, actually just go to devices, mouse, position, X. And then we'll do the same thing for Y. We'll go to our attributes, devices, our mouse's position, and Y. And now it's not quite working because it's relative to the actor. My fault. We'll set this relative to the scene. There we go. Now I can spawn as many of these boxes as I want wherever I want. It's almost like I'm building a brick house. Alright, so I'm going to stop it here because I feel like I've been rambling for a little bit. In the next episode, we'll add circles as well as custom shapes, and add some random modifiers to make this a lot more fun, so that it changes the size and maybe even color and things like that as we're spawning enemies. So, yep, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this episode, make sure to leave a comment because it's a brand new one. Have a good this is a brand new series that I'm starting. Alright, have a great day. Bye.